Okay, great. Let's get right into it. So, about 30 minutes ago, Tyler Perry just announced that season two is
Yeah.
is coming back. Beauty and Black season two is coming back. So, how does that feel? I was going to ask you that anyway, but now that the announcement's out, how does that feel?
Yeah, now that it's out and out into the world, it feels great. It feels so good that, because part two just came out last week. It hasn't even been a week yet. Well, tomorrow to be a week.
Right.
And just seeing everyone's reactions to it and how much people are watching it to be able to follow up less than a week later and be like, season two is definitely happening. We're renewed. It feels really, really good. And we're excited just like everyone else is.
Right, right. Okay, let's get started because I've read a few things. Did you graduate or did you attend Clark Atlanta
I'm
University?
a proud graduate of Clark Atlanta University.
Okay, thank God, because I currently attend Norfolk State University, one of the top HBCUs in Norfolk. So I want to ask you, how did your teachings at Clark Atlanta equip you to be the actor that you are today?
Oof. It gave me everything. So I started acting as a kid, and one of the reasons why I chose to go to CAU was because of their mass media arts program and being in the city of Atlanta. And I think that the lessons that I learned in the film department, of course, how to make a film and, be on set and write and all these other things. But the number one thing that I got from CAU was my hustle. And I think that that is so important in the entertainment industry in general, because in a city like Atlanta, there's a lot of opportunities, and they fully encouraged us to take full advantage of them while we were in school. So we started filming things. I was filming things in school. I was acting while I was in school. And Clark Atlanta University gave me that foundation to become a businesswoman on top of an artist.
Right, and I also have to shout out your sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. In we almost had AKA in the office, but we're not going to talk about that. But shout out to Kamala,
Okay.
shout out to Kamala Harris.
Oh, that office.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that.
Amen, amen. Okay, let's get into it. So, I'm not gonna lie. Last week, I spent my whole Saturday watching Beauty and Black from episode one to the end. So, I have to say the storyline, everything has been great. Can you speak about you being casted for this? I know Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is like you can't get better than Tyler Perry. So, can you talk about being casted for this role?
Absolutely. So I worked with Mr. Perry the first time on a film last year. Well, it came out last year called Divorce in the Black.
Yeah,
That was my first time ever working with Tyler Perry Studios with him, and it was a great experience. The film starred Megan Good. For those who haven't seen it, it's on Amazon Prime right now. Go watch it.
pretty
But
pretty.
it was a wonderful experience, and I actually auditioned for another film, and he happened to be at the audition, and he offered me the role in Divorce in the Black. So that was like one of those like Hollywood moments, like, oh my goodness. So fast forward to when Beauty in Black came up, I was actually very, very terrified of the role. Just hearing the description, I was like, I don't know. My team presented to me. I was like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know about that. And they were like, well, Mr. Perry has requested you. And I was like, okay, well then of course I will read. And I still was like, I don't know, like in front of his face. Like, I don't know about this one, Tyler. I don't know. He's like, come sit down and talk to me. And he talked to me about the whole story. And I was like, okay, I think I could do that.
Right.
So I was very scared going into it just because it's heavy. Her
Yeah.
story it's very heavy, but as you can see at the end of season one, things start to change in a different direction.
Yes. So I have to say, I'm not trying to give any spoilers, but like, thank you for taking out a few people. I was waiting for that to happen because they were getting annoying, and I was about to jump in the movie myself. So
Okay.
for season two, we know a certain somebody is from the last episode. He's still in jail. So is that top priority when y'all come back for season two? Are y'all gonna get him out of jail because we can't leave him. He can't do jail. He can't do jail.
It is a priority. It has to be a priority. It has to be a priority. I
Right.
I couldn't see it not being one. because he
Right,
was her ride or die, literally ride or die.
right,
So I
right.
think it's a priority.
And when you have a hit show on Netflix, all the fans start to talk about different things. So somebody brought up and said that Rain has been in that hospital bed all six, all 16 episodes, and as soon as you sign those papers to get all that money, she got the strength to get back up. So can you talk about the magic that she received to get back up and be right near you and talk about that chemistry?
I mean, well, shout out to Amber Rain Smith who plays Rain
Yeah,
for holding it down in that hospital bed. But if you found out that your best friend was about to walk into $400 million, wouldn't it make you get up too? Like
right.
she's okay now. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, Vet. So what can viewers expect from season 2? And I have to ask, are we gonna I know you probably can't say, but is season 2 gonna be here before the year's over? Because I was hoping like July or like a August. That's what I'm hoping.
You know what is so funny? We just dropped this, Malik. We
Yeah.
just dropped like, hey, we have a season two. And I'm seeing so many comments like, we need it now. Can
Yeah.
you release it now? And
I'm
I'm like,
going to Paris Studios myself and talk to Tyler and tell him to drop it.
I don't know when it's coming out. That is definitely a above me. That's a Netflix decision. But I know it's gonna be out at the perfect time.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds good. So this show is based, well, not based off a true story, but a lot of this stuff goes on, like pimping, sex
Mhm.
trafficking. So how did you get the mindset to play somebody like this? Because I see you right now on camera, and you don't give tripper, you don't give how did
No,
you how did
no,
you
no, no
transform?
judgment, no judgment to the strippers, but no, I'm
Yeah,
not. I feel like some of the biggest preparation that I did, especially with like the human trafficking side of it, I just had to really immerse myself in stories from survivors and how I had to learn how did they get into that position and stay in it, and then what did it take to get out of it? Because I didn't know, like I had no reference for that as myself. And the stories were very eye-opening, and it's very shocking how common human trafficking is, and it doesn't always look like what we think it is. Like somebody kidnapping you and putting you in the back of a truck. That's not it. There are so many variations of human trafficking. So definitely immersing myself in the stories. And then also it was in the story as well. Like a lot of her pain and traumas I was acting it out, and that gives me as an actor a lot right there too. And then on top of it, in my personal life, I'm an advocate for youth in foster care. So a lot of the training that I have does inform me about trauma, specifically childhood trauma, and knowing that that's Kimmie's backstory, what got her to this. Um, I came from a place of empathy and understanding of what some of these traumas can actually cause and make you have effects as an adult and things that you are okay with or the things that you put up with because of your childhood trauma.
right, most definitely. So lastly, you have everybody watching this show. I heard pastors on Facebook watching this show,
What?
ministers and stuff. So one of these pastors said that they made a table in the presence of your enemies. The table lit. They always try, they put the Bible and everything. So
Yes.
what do you have to say to somebody who's probably going through that situation right now and they can't speak or they're trying to get out?
I would tell them definitely to stay encouraged because you can get out of the situation, first and foremost. And second of all, if you don't know where to begin, there are resources online like the human trafficking hotline. There's ways to text, covert ways to let authorities know that you need help. And then I've said it before in other interviews too, because I'm an advocate, my DMs, like I don't see everything, but there is a way for you to like look at your DM right now. If you just tell me, then I can figure out a way to get somebody to help you too. There are so many people and resources that want to help you. And if you just take that step, and I know that it takes a lot of courage. So to stay encouraged and to also have courage to know that you deserve better, I think is a great first step to get out of that, just
Right,
generally speaking, because there's a lot of nuance to some of that.
right, right. And for one more thing, what's one word that you can, or 1 to 3 words that you will describe season 2?
Okay.
Okay.
Never underestimate underdog. I
Mm,
will put a "the" in there, but you gave me three.
right. I hope you get back at Jules. And you're a Virgo, right?
I am a
So,
Virgo.
we get back. I'm a Virgo.
Oh, you're a Virgo too?
Yes, I am. Yes,
Oh,
I
it's
am.
gonna come back.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.